So this week ALLPOWER got in touch and asked me to review this, the ALLPOWER R1500 battery bank. So I received this the other day. I've just literally just got it out of the box, so let's take a look at it. So to switch it on, there's the button. It's currently at 76%. There's no inputs and no outputs because we've got nothing plugged in at the moment. It has the two USB A-type plugs on the front for the DC outputs, which are 18 watts apiece. It has two USB-Cs rated at 100 watts each. To use these, simply press that button on and then switch that button off. And then also it has, what we call a cigarette lighter plug, and it has 4 AC outlets with these nice little rubber bungs covering them up, stop dust and stuff going in. And to switch that on, simple one press of the button and that switches that on. So coming round to this end, I like these. Press them and lift them up. We've got AC in, we've got solar power in, and then we've got the overload protection circuit there, the trip. They're nice, they are, because some of them you just flick open and flick, so you have to press these. It's got nice handles here, plenty of room for even a big handle like mine to get in there. These are the vents to let air flow in and out of the machine. Going around to the other side, same again, one press. And this is where you can expand this battery pack and make it more powerful than it already is with these. Now if we come round to the top, we have two, and that is 2 wireless charging outputs at 15 watts. So if your iPhone, other phone has wireless charging capabilities, you can pop them on top of there while you're sat outside, got stuff plugged in, and you can charge up on top of this unit as well. It's literally, you've got the specifications of what it is. This is the R1500 model. It tells you solar, you can tap up to 650 watts of solar into this. You can also use a car charger. It does not come with a car charger, you have to buy that separately, unfortunately. But yes, car charger would be nice if it was included, but it isn't in this one. Yeah, so the AC output on this is 1800 watts on the AC output, with a surge up to 3000. So say you've got a microwave or something, this will definitely power it. And we've also got the USBs, the carport, wireless charging, 2 of them 30 watts max. This thing is quite a heavy piece of kit, but not only have we got this to review, we've got what can only be described as the world's biggest solar panel. Let me just pop this to one side. Look at the size of this. It fills the screen on the camera. This is 400 watts of solar panel. This is heavy. This is going to get you a lot of power. This is going to charge this extra quick. So yeah, this ALLPOWER R1500 will pretty much power most of your appliances, your TV. You can obviously charge your phones on it. You can run anything you can probably think of really on it. Obviously the higher the power that you use on it, so say for instance you plug an air fryer into it, or you plug your George Foreman into it, anything like that, microwave into it, the battery will deplete quicker. But on a nice day with a 400 watt panel out there, this will put in quite a bit of power, so you can soon charge this back up again. So obviously you can use a smaller solar panel, it doesn't have to be a 400, but you can use up to 650 watts, which is a lot of power. But yeah, I do like this. We have a couple of other ALLPOWER battery banks, and one of them we've had over a year now, and they have been fantastic, to be fair. Never any problems at all, especially with the solar panels we've got. We've got a little 100 watt ALLPOWER solar panel which we've had for a while, and that has been chucked in the garage, chucked out, chucked up, on top. It's been wet a couple of times. Now you're not supposed to get these solar panels wet, they are meant for dry weather. So that is one thing to bear in mind with these solar panels. Don't be leaving it out if it's going to be pouring with rain, but obviously when it's raining we're not getting no UV to feed the solar panel, so you definitely need a good sunny day. But a 400 watt panel will pull in quite a bit of power even on a dull day like today. Now another really good feature about this power bank is if you've got something sensitive at home, what you need to be powered all the time, and you never want, you know, if there's a power outage there could be a problem, you can actually have this plugged into the mains all the time and then run off of this with it switched on in the on mode, and then what happens is if there's a power outage this will take over. So basically you can use it and feed the power through. So in simple terms, plug this into the mains, plug your mains item in that you don't want to fail into this. Should there be a power outage all day, a typical example, if you are into incubating chicken eggs or any sort of pheasant eggs, anything like that, if you plugged an incubator into this, plugged it through into the power on the wall, should there be a power outage, that incubator will stay at a good temperature. I mean, that's just one example I can think of off the top of my head. So that is a really good thing about this, that passive, there's a name for it, it's passive. So this is actually a very, very simple way of getting power inside your van. So say you've got a caravan or a camper van, you go away for just weekends, you go to some sort of rallies where they don't have electricity hookup, you could take this, you can even plug this through a mains lead into your caravan, camper van, and power it that way, and it'll power the, you know, the absorber from fridges. They normally use about 150 watts in a typical size one in a motorhome or a caravan. So you could use that to power the lights in there. Obviously you couldn't have the heating running off of it and everything because it just flattened it too quick, but you know, for a weekend warrior who wants to go somewhere but they don't want to do without electric hookup, these are cracking for that sort of thing as well. My lad has some of these for gaming on with his gaming laptop, and then we'll charge them up from, if we get to a mains point some point, we'll charge them up, or we'll just simply put the solar panels out if we're getting good solar in the summer mainly. You still get good solar in the winter, but generally speaking you're getting a lot less in winter than you're in summer because the sun's not up for as long. But yeah, a cracking bit of kit. Use it in your house as well, you don't got to just take it. You could probably put the solar panel out in your back garden during the day if you're at work, charge this thing up, come home, run a few things off it, save a bit on the electricity bill. That's what we used to do, stick them in garden when we had a house, get them on charge during the day. Generally speaking, if we knew the weather was going to be fine, we'd just leave this out, get them all charged up during the day, and yeah, and then use it at night to power things and, you know, save a bit of money, because that's what it's all about. Now there will be some links in the description to a discount and to where you can purchase these from ALLPOWER, but I do want to thank ALLPOWER for sending me this, because this is an absolute monster, and that solar panel is an absolute beast. I've never seen a 400 watt one. I've got a 200 watt one which is pretty big, but yeah, 400 watts, that is yeah, I'm not sure what the weight of this thing is. It's got a few specifications on the back of it. Peak power is 400 watts plus or minus 5%, obviously depending, and then it just tells you maximum power voltage 37.4 volts, maximum power current amps is 10.6 amps, solar energy conversion rate 19 to 22%. Yes, this weighs, it must weigh 20-30 kilos. This is very, very heavy, but it comes with all the cables and adapters, you know, your standard solar panel adapters, what you'd normally get on a solar panel, are all in there. And you don't just have to use that solar panel on one of these solar panels are pretty universal, use them on any battery bank types. You could even have an mppt in your van to the battery that's installed with the cables and use it that way. So as you can see, I like to look after my hair in this van, so I need my hair straighteners. Simple as switching it on, pick any plug socket, don't matter which one you use, click that into the on position, click them on, and they're warming up now. The red LED has come on. So I'll be able to straighten my hair now. As if you can hear the fans kicked in for the AC, you can barely hear it, to be fair. These are pulling 245 watts, nothing for this. At that current rate, there's about 2 hours, over 2 hours of battery in this, so it's not fully charged at the minute, because they come with 70% in, so they're warmed up and ready to roll. Another thing that you ladies definitely need when you go away on your camping trips is a hairdryer. Now the other battery bank will only run this on number 1, I think it is, one of the smaller ones we've got. And also when we wash the dog we use this quite a bit, so let's plug this in. That's full bore number 2. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so obviously can't be going out with wet hair to keep it dry. Now this uses a fair amount of power, so you can expect this battery bank to probably last about an hour using this constantly. But yeah, if you're into camping and you like your hair dry, power one of these. Another use I used to use one of these for is a lot of DIY around the house. Another thing you can power with this is a mains battery charger or an AC battery charger. You can actually plug this into this to charge your battery, to charge your motorhome. Now this actual battery charger I'm going to be fitting in this motorhome, so we can actually use this ALLPOWER to charge the van up when we're off grid. Another interesting thing I've noticed with this is after it's been sat for a while, the display will go off, obviously to save power. So that is quite nice, and obviously to turn it off you just press and hold the button, wait for the beep, and now that's completely off. But like I say, to use the wireless charging outputs you need to switch on the DC output, and to use obviously the AC. So you've got 2 buttons on this, so it's quite simple. Power on, press and hold until you see it light up and it comes on. It'll tell you at the bottom here how many hours it's got remaining, so obviously you've got to plug stuff in, pulling power out, it'll tell you how many hours there is left on the unit. It tells you how much output, so that's what you're using, and then it tells you input, how much you're putting back in, should it be with the solar or the mains. So I want to thank ALLPOWER for sending me this panel and this bank. That panel is a monster, an absolute monster, and it's pulling in good power even though the sun has literally just come up. So anybody who's interested in this, there's links in the description with a good discount as well, so go check them out, and thanks for watching.